Yeah, hello guys. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. You are welcome to my channel. You are welcome to Catfish Solution Academy. It's time for lecture, so we need to let us take you to class so that some of us that needed information, this may be useful for us. And today we'll be talking about how to reverse your potential hydrogen of your water. Wow, it's a very great topic which I know there are a lot of people that are having those challenges, but they can't say it out because to prefer solution is very difficult because not everybody understand preferring solution to those problems. Because I told you earlier, catfish farming areas, that means the areas on catfish farming constitute lot of factors which has to be taken care of based on the information we have, based on the attitude we put towards it, based on the characteristics of things that and the way we can face challenges through it. We have a lot of elaborations of lectures out there on this channel that will take you through that. And I told you earlier there, next week we'll be bringing out our 3 days training lectures class on this channel on YouTube, starting on YouTube. So in 3 weeks, in a week, we'll be bringing out 3 lectures on catfish farming to you free of charge, no payment. So I told you earlier we are talking about reversing your water, that you're reversing your potential hydrogen of your water, which we all know as pH. So how do you reverse it? I noticed something that when your water is acidic, we have a lot of materials in order to control it, to bring it back to 7. So we have it, I can't count it. I have numerous number of it that I sell out to people, and that is helping people out there. And but what about those people that their water is alkaline? Let me give you an instance. It's not only acidic that is killing your fishes. Once you have an alkaline water, to me, it is even more dangerous than you having an acidic water. But because we don't really care, or we are not cautious of how dangerous the effect is. So this automatically overwhelm us and we are not having that key attitude in order to solve those problems. I was in a farm, and by the time I tested for the potential hydrogen, I noticed the water falls to alkaline. And I will have to tell you the truth now. By the time you go for a list of parameters on water that you need to be corrected, you will phantom out that alkaline himself is separate. Alkaline water is very, very dangerous. Let me tell you what excess alkaline water does to your fishes. We knows about pH, that when the potential hydrogen of your water is on cubic acid, that means the acidity is much. When the acidity is much, this eats the body of your fishes. The fishes cannot stay well in the water. The water is too harsh for them to stay in, so they are uncomfortable. The stress will start killing them. So that is the part of the acidic level content in your water. But if you have much alkaline in your water, alkaline will freeze them. This will freeze them, will stunt their growth. And if you are hatching with an alkaline water, I bet you it will not come out. So that is where most people are making a lot of mistake. If you are hatching with alkaline water, is either the eggs turn into pure white. But if you are still hatching with acidic water, the fish will come out. But once the fish come out, the fish may not stay for a longer period. It will not stay for a longer period. They will start dying. And after this lecture, I'll be talking to you some the main reason we are having death in the first to second week of our fryers. So note, I will do that lecture to you too as well, where we are having death on our fryers. When you hatch, you started noticing that 1 week, 2 weeks, they started dropping. So the main reason, because all the reason you have been hearing, maybe your water is acidic, this is happening to them, this can happen to them, they started providing solution, you don't know. But the main reason that you start is, there's not possible you start experiencing death if you don't know how to curtail, that means how to handle the challenges of that main reason. So I'm going to talk about that too as well. So I promise you today that I'll be talking about reverse your alkaline water to acidic water. Note, if your water is acidic, we use soft materials. That means we use soft material to bring it back, because your water is hard, it's ash. So we use soft material to bring them back to neutral. That means 7. But if you are having an alkaline water, your alkaline water starts from when it's above 8.5. When it's above 8.5, and your acidic start from when it's below 6.5. So with that, you can range this time. We start from 6.5 to 8.5. So once they are above 8.5 and they are going to 9, 10, the water is, there's no hardship you can do in that parameters that will give you results. Even the hardship will give you 0 result from the scratch, unlike the acidic water that when you hatch it will come out, but the fishes may not really stay in the water. And because most of our waters are pure acidic, most of our water is purely acidic. So that is why we don't really keen about the alkaline part of it. And again, once your water is alkaline, rainwater is always acidic. Once it comes down, it gets into you. When the sun rays on it, it takes it to alkaline. I think I'm well understood. That means the level of dissolved oxygen in the water, when it's evaporated totally, this turns your water into alkaline. And how do you work on the alkaline water? There are some factors that people use, we call the reverse osmosis. The reverse osmosis depend on the way you do your tubes. Some use 3, 4, 5 tubes in order to reverse it back. That means the reverse osmosis means there's a way, I think I will have to show you. There is a way it works. Your alkaline water will go through this, will go through a substance that will change it back into your acidic water, and this will automatically correct it for you. Because what really happens is that once your water is alkaline, it needs an acidic substance, an acidic material to take it back to neutral. Yeah, that means ash material to take it back to neutral. And how and where can you search? Can you really search for this ash material? Ash material are acidic in nature. So what are the acidic material you can use? Many people use something like the lime. The lime is acidic. But how can you work on your lime? How can you process the lime? If you are using it in a storage tank, if you are using it anywhere, how do you process your lime? What quantity of lime do you use to take it back to neutral for you? But today I will not be talking about lime. I'll be talking about a substance that is very fast enough to take it back to you to neutral. That means if your water is alkaline, what you need to do is that if you contact somebody like us, we will try to build a treatment plan for you. The treatment plan, what does it do for you? By the time we check the hardiness of your water, we know you have a lower or higher hardiness. We use the plant in order to either take it up or put it down, because these are the effects that we conjoin to disturb your fryers. So we work on that. After working on that, we now put the substance at the edge, that after your filtration and co, this will turn your water into neutral. It will take it back to reverse it back to neutral, and it will a little bit suitable for your fishes to live in. That means you are scared of the alkaline nature of your water, which I told you they are freeze. Alkaline means freezing. So today I'll be showing you this water. I will be showing you this water, which is highly alkaline. This water is highly alkaline, and this is how alkaline looks like in the tube. It turns your water into blue. You can see it turns your water into blue. This is how alkaline water looks like. It turns your water into blue. So you can see very well that it turns it to blue. And once it turns this into blue, there are two things you can do. You can either take an acidic water. You can either take an acidic water to mix, because I said we need an acidic material. Well, I told you before that we need an acidic material, and if you want to have an acidic material, you will need an acidic water to reverse it back. So you need an acidic water to reverse that back. You will need an acidic water to reverse it back. So, but for those of us who do not have, for those of you who do not have acidic water, because the area you are, the water is purely alkaline. So what do you do is that you will use this material. I've tested the water for you. It's alkaline. So by the time I put a level of the water here into this place, and this is it, and I use this material. This material is ash, is alkaline, highly alkaline. It's ash. Yeah? By the time I drop this inside and I use 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I remove it. You know what took me is not even more than 5 seconds. I need to take it out. I don't think it takes more than 3 seconds or 2 seconds. Let us do the testing now and see what we got. So let's see what we have here. So what really happened is that the 5 seconds I gave this thing turned into 2. That means take it totally to 2. So that means there's a great problem. So that means it's highly harsh, so you don't overuse it. So let me just put some level of water. So it's taking it back a little. But let us do it this way so that you can really understand what I meant. This is alkaline water. I'm putting the alkaline water here. Now I'm just going to count 2 seconds. Maybe we'll still achieve the result. 1, 2. I remove it. So let us do the testing now. So let's do the testing. So let me put it here. Hi. Look at it. 3.2 seconds. That's a great problem. So what I will do now is that let me have plenty water. This is just an experiment for you to understand. Let me have lot of yeah, you can see this is alkaline water. So let me just do the testing as an alkaline water so that you can know the water is alkaline. I'm using this because it's too harsh. So the way it constructs it, the way it takes it back is too heavy. So you can see it's alkaline. So the water is alkaline. So let me just put this for just 2 seconds inside all this old water. 1, 2. Let me remove it. So let us do the testing. Let us do the testing. So bam, bam. Wow. This take out the water too. Let me do another one. Let me use 1 second. Let me use 1 second.